Hello, my name is Gabriel Morales, and this is my informative speech for the class Communications. My speech today will be on serving your community. If you saw someone today that was in need of help, maybe a homeless person on the street, or a veteran that's struggling to get by, or maybe a family that's, that can't pay their groceries, how far would you go to actually go and help them out? Not just with the money, maybe they need emotional support or anything else. How far would you step out of your safety bubble to go out and help them? Nowadays, it can be hard for people to step out of their comfort zones and help someone else. We're so busy with our jobs, school, our families, that sometimes we tend to forget to help out our communities. I'm sure some of you guys have felt, some sort of struggle before in your life, whether it be an economical, emotional, or environmental struggle. We face challenges every day of our lives, in schools, in work, in our families. We have a lot of issues facing our lives, but there are some people who are less fortunate and face more issues than we probably can face in one day. A lot of the times, there's homeless people, there's less fortunate people, and there's people living in bad areas that have to face things that we don't. And I'm going to here to inform you guys about what you can do to help in your community. I believe that it's not only a duty for us to help out our communities, but it's also, a social need. Helping out your community will not only benefit you, but it'll also benefit them. It'll benefit them, by the way you will help, and it'll benefit you by showing you how to be empathetic, how to be a leader, how to be responsible, and how to, take action, against poverty or against, homelessness. First of all, I'm going to explain to you guys why it's important to help out our communities. Sometimes we forget that our communities, need help because we're so busy with work or our families. We're social creatures, and throughout the years, throughout history, we've pretty much survived by banding together, by helping each other out, by piggybacking on one another when the going got tough. Community was a big part during our early civilization. We had to band together in order to succeed, in order to prosper. Nowadays, it seems like everyone's in it for themselves, like everyone's, every man for himself. And sometimes we forget to help out the people that are less fortunate, pick them up, give them a hand. Helping out our communities is our duty because, like I said, throughout history, that's what we've done. We've stuck together, and that's how we've prospered. Another thing we should do is to help out our communities is another reason it's important is because, there are a lot of people out there who need a lot of help. They seriously need a lot of help. Did you guys know that in King County alone, 12,000 people are homeless or in homeless shelters? That's the third largest homeless population in all of America. When we're compared to New York and Los Angeles, we're only third behind them. And that's a big number. That's a really big number compared to their numbers. If you feel your community is struggling with homelessness or poverty, here are some ways you can help. I'm going to show you guys how to get a fundraiser started. A fundraiser is one of the pretty much basic ways you can start helping out your community. The first thing you got to do when you start a fundraiser is, come up with an idea. Obviously that's the first thing. We need an idea. Maybe you could start a bake sale. Maybe you could collect canned food. Maybe you could sell one of those coupon books. A lot of people sell coupon books nowadays. You can go door to door selling candy, selling some kind of product, or even selling homemade meals. A lot of things sometimes we would do to help out our family was, cook some tamales or cook some tacos, and we'd sell them on the street, and we'd help each other that way. The next thing you got to do when you start a fundraiser is, you got to get some volunteers, you got to get some donations. You're going to need some money to get started. You got to start somewhere, and you need volunteers because a fundraiser is a lot of work, and you're going to need to split out the job between a lot of people. Ask your family, your friends, co-workers, maybe a local high school can help out. Last thing you need to do when you're executing the fundraiser is actually hosting the fundraiser. So you got to have a plan for that. You got to have time set for when that fundraiser is going to be. You got to have advertisement for that fundraiser. You got to let people know, your workers, your co-workers, your students, classmates, people who can help out, that you think will be willing to give money or buy baked goods or coupon books or candy that you're selling to raise that money. Once your money is raised, you're obviously going to need a way to give it to the homeless, and there's three big ways I consider that you can use to help them out. One of the ways is actually donating the money to charity, which if you don't have time to actually go out and buy things for the homeless, you can just donate it. Organizations like the SKCCH, the Seattle King County Coalition Against Homelessness, they specialize in helping out homeless communities. They specialize in helping them out, giving them shelter, giving them food. So if you donate your money to them, the money's in good hands. It will be put to good use. Another thing you can do is raise awareness. Use the money to raise awareness. Start a website, start a campaign, make some flyers, go do some presentations at a school or a church or a local community center. Raise awareness that homelessness is a big problem in Seattle and something we need to address, something we need to solve. The last thing is, obviously, you can use that money, go out, buy some care packages, some hand warmers, hand sanitizers, some bottled waters, maybe some food for the homeless people, buy some warm clothes, because in Seattle, it gets pretty cold. Yeah, so in conclusion, this is a speech about helping out the homeless. Our communities are in need. We have the third largest homeless community in all of the United States, so that's something that we need to work on. It's our duty to help out the homeless. It's our duty to help out our communities. We've been banded together for thousands of years, and that's how we survived. A way you can help out your community is start a fundraiser, a bake sale, food drive, things like that, and then obviously use the money from the fundraiser to buy things for the homeless or raise awareness or donate to a charity. So in conclusion, that's how you guys can help out your communities, and I hope that through this speech you guys get inspired to help out and go out and actually start doing something, take action against homelessness. And thank you. That was my speech.